What's up guys, Game Nut here, and welcome back to some more Madden 16 Draft Champions. Now in case you guys missed our last draft, this is the team we were able to build. And I'm sure you guys are looking at this team and thinking, why in the world do I have two quarterbacks, and what was the decision making behind that? Well, I'll go ahead and leave an annotation on the screen right now for you guys, as well as in the description, in case you guys want to go ahead and check out that draft. Now, in this draft that we just did, basically what we had to do was draft the highest overall player on the board. So basically, whatever round we were at, doesn't matter if we already had a player at that position, whatever the highest overall player was that we had at that exact moment, we had to draft him. And you know, it was just a little bit of a challenge to do, to go ahead and change things up, make it a little bit interesting, see what we could get out of a team with it. And to be honest, the team is kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You could see we got stuck getting two quarterbacks, and that wasn't, you know, really the greatest move to go ahead and make and draft champions. It's not what you want to do, but you know what, with a challenge, you got to go ahead and follow the rules. So that's what we had to do, and we ended up getting Drew Brees and Tony Romo. But fortunately for us, we got the legend LaDainian Tomlinson, halfback position. We got a pretty decent offensive line, so mainly I think we're going to be running the ball. We've got no receivers whatsoever. We've got Jason Witten at the tight end position, but basically we're probably going to be relying on the run game. Quick look at the defense. I mean, it's a lot of silver players that you guys are seeing. All defensive line is silver except for our left end position. All silver cornerbacks, and that is not what you want to have in Draft Champions or in Madden in general at all. So passing game's going to be a little bit rough. We've got Glover Quinn, TJ McDonald for the safeties, linebacker core, bunch of silvers, as well as we got, I forget what this guy's name is, team of the week, Kawan Alexander, middle linebacker position. That's the guy I'm going to be using, but I mean, for the most part, this team is a little bit rough. Alright, so enough looking at my team. Let's go ahead and jump up to our first matchup. You guys can see, looking at my opponent's team, Curtis Martin, so a good halfback battle that we got going on here. LaDainian Tomlinson and Curtis Martin. My opponent's then next two best players, he's got Brandon Flowers, Jamie Collins. So overall, it doesn't look like he had too much of a great draft either. If his highest overall was 94 and then the next is an 85. Then again, ours wasn't too much higher either. But, you know, this is a pretty even matchup, but if I recommend this to you guys, do not do this highest overall challenge, and it is not going to make you have a very good team. You know, maybe in 1 to 10 you might have a really solid team, but for the most part, you're not going to get anybody on your team whatsoever. Alright, so here we go, guys. A little bit of a Super Bowl rematch from a couple of years ago, Ravens versus the 49ers. We're receiving the ball at the start of things here. This probably isn't a really good idea to return it from my own end zone, considering we've got a silver player back there, and we managed to get back to the 20. Alright, so I told you guys the game plan. Feed LT. This is all we're going to be doing. Drew Brees, his arm is probably going to be nice and relaxed for tomorrow because, I mean, he's not going to be throwing much. So, LT, we just got to feed this guy. Hopefully he can do something amazing on the ground. You guys can see already picking up 10 yards. And, you know, that's really all I want to do, especially because in Ultimate Team, I don't have the greatest running back. And to get someone like this, LaDainian Tomlinson, in Draft Champions, it makes me excited. And I just definitely want to, you know, just keep feeding him the ball over and over again and just constantly use him because he's an outstanding running back. So my opponent obviously knew that we're just going to be feeding LT this entire time during the game. But let's go ahead and change things up a little bit. We're still going to be giving it to LT. Let's see if we can catch him off guard with a screen pass. And I don't think he's going to be on it. And unfortunately, he's able to get the tackle. All right, now I am not looking to go 3 and out on my first drive here with this Draft Champions team. I mean, I definitely want to at least try and win this game, even though the team is pretty bad, because I want to keep using LT. So we've got to go with the passing play here, obviously, and we're able to find Jason Witten open for the first down. All right, let's see if we can continue to feed LT the ball. I'm sure he knows it's with the run play, but we're going to go with a little bit of a toss play, see if LT can use that speed, get a little bit of juke move. We're getting close to the first down marker. We've got a short situation here, 2nd and 3rd. I'm going to try and catch my opponent off guard with a fullback run. I mean, we drafted Marcel Reese. We've got to use him, and he's able to go ahead and pick up a first down there. And let's go with a little bit of a no-huddle. See if my opponent, we can catch him off guard and maybe try and get a little bit of a passing play going on here. See if we can find Jason Witten once again. Maybe get a nice reception going here, and we are able. Ooh, that was a dangerous pass. Jason Witten staying up and able to get the first down. Now, that play just confused me a little bit. I thought Drew Brees was going down for the sack. Somehow he was able to get the ball off, and somehow Jason Witten was able to catch that in a dangerous situation. But I think we've got to go with another passing play here. He knows we're going with LT. We're going to go with the play action, get him off guard, and see if we can get our tight end wide open again. I see X. He's able to get it. Who is that? And we're going up 7-0. So boom, just like that, We drive down the field. We're able to go ahead and go up 7-0 on my opponent. That's a great way to come out. I love getting the ball and immediately getting some points on the board. I don't like going 3 and out and giving my opponent a chance to take the lead. I always like having the lead no matter what game I am playing in. All right, so here we go, guys. 1st and 10. We're in the second corner. You guys can see my opponent is starting to drive down the field. He's going with a run play to Curtis Martin. He's breaking to the outside. Let's see if we can stop him, and he's getting the first down. Now, I knew that this Draft Champions team, the challenge was going to be able to try and stop my opponent on offense because this defense is not very good whatsoever. But let's see what my opponent is doing. Going with a bit of a passing play, and he drops the slant for a touchdown. So that was huge right there. It's now a 3rd and 6. My opponent, I'm sure he's going to go for it on 4th down when he gets that opportunity. But it looks like he's going to be feeding his running back. I knew it was. He's going with the quick toss. See if we can break to the outside. We're able to stop Curtis Martin. And my opponent is on a 4th down now. Like I told you guys, 4th and 4. I knew it was coming. I knew that my opponent was going to be going for it. I mean, who doesn't go for it on 4th down in Madden that you know? But let's see if we can get a stop. It would be great if we did. And we're getting the interception with TJ McDonald. And that's the way that we want to come out. So, boom. Just like that, my defense steps up. The one gold player that's on our defense is able to come up with a huge interception. Stop my opponent from getting absolutely nothing on the board. So now what we want to do is drive down the field. Hopefully at least maybe get 3 points on the board so we go into halftime. And then my opponent will have the ball and we'll be up 2 scores. But, you know, let's see if we can get a little bit of the passing game going. I know my opponent thinks we're going with the run. And we can't get it to my receiver. Now, I don't know if you guys just noticed, but my opponent just came out with the all-out blitz. That's why I tried to throw the ball quickly because I thought the sack was coming. I wasn't really looking at what was around Drew Brees, but, you know, I don't want to go 3 and out in this. I want to go ahead and complete the pass and maybe drive down the field, at least waste some time. So let's see what we can get. Maybe LT will be open on the flat. Not seeing anything. Drew Brees is rolling out. We see Jason Witten, and we're getting all the way almost to the 40-yard line. You know, to be honest with you guys, I'm kind of liking this Draft Champions team. I mean, it wasn't really a bad strategy because, I mean, so far we're doing pretty good against my opponent. Let's see if we can get LT going once again, right up the middle, trying to get a juke move, but we're almost getting another 1st down. And honestly, I really want to pass the ball and drive down the field and get closer to maybe scoring. I really shouldn't be running the ball here, but LT's the star in our offense. We have to keep feeding him the ball. So let's see if we can get up the middle once again. And I don't even know if we got a 1st down there. But let's go ahead. Let's try a little bit of a no huddle again. It's a 3rd and 1. Let's see what kind of plays we have on my opponent. I think I'm going to go with the play action. He probably thinks I'm going to run it right up the middle again. And look at this. We're finding another Jason Witten open once again, getting a crazy catch. Now, Jason Witten wasn't even really open there. I mean, I got kind of lucky with him getting that reception for that crazy animation. But we've got to go with another passing play. So far, Jason Witten has been outstanding for us. But let's see if we can get this receiver, Michael Campanaro. And we're getting down to the 21-yard line. Now, this is what I like, you guys. We're wasting time off the clock. We're getting close to getting a touchdown. Now I think is the time that we need to feed LT the ball and continue to get even closer to that end zone. Let's see if we can get LT trying to juke, getting a nice hole in the middle, getting about 12 yards. And I think I'm just going to continue to go with this run play because, I mean, you could drive a car through that hole. Who is this in the game now? Carlos Williams, I believe, is who is in the game now, as he's not able to do anything. The clock is still ticking. I'm going to go with a little bit of a no huddle. This might not be the greatest option to do right now, but you know what? We're going to go with it. If we can complete the pass, we're going to call our first timeout. I see X wide open in the flats. Truck him. And I'm going to call our first timeout here, you guys. Now, normally, I would probably call a fade play, give it to our receiver, but we don't really have a great receiver. So I'm just going to go with a toss play to LT, see if he can use that speed to break to the outside, and that's exactly what we're doing. Going up 14-0 in this game. LT having a great game so far. All right, you guys, start of the 3rd quarter. My opponent had 6 seconds. He only threw a Hail Mary. He actually completed the pass, but it wasn't anywhere near the end zone, and the receiver just went straight to the ground. So he got a reception, wasn't able to do anything out of it. There was no time left on the clock, but let's see if we can get something going here, stopping my opponent on the return. And we are sitting pretty right now, up 14-0. This is the way that I like things going for my team. I always love being up. Being up by 2 scores even feels better. I think it's more comfortable. Lead, and Glover Quinn dropping what could have been a pick 6. And that was huge right there. That honestly probably would have been a pick 6, maybe even forced the rage quit on my opponent. But I feel a screenplay coming here. Again, we're getting the sack at least. Wasn't a screenplay. 3rd and 19. To be honest with you guys, I feel rage quit coming with my opponent. I already know what he's going to be doing. I got to watch number 19 who's in the slot right there. That is who he's going to be targeting. He's actually not. He's going deep to his receiver. And TJ McDonald getting his second interception. A diving one, make it 2. And there it is, you guys. Had a feeling that it was coming. The rage quit is here. TJ McDonald getting the crazy interception. And he's going to finish out this game for us. And there you have it, guys. We won our first game with this highest overall draft champions team challenge, whatever you guys want to call it. But here you can see the new little animation that they added into draft champions. I thought I'd just show this to you guys. I think it looks pretty cool. I like it to add it. I know it's something really simple, but I don't know. I just really like the animation that it does. 1 of 4 wins. We've got 3 more games to play with this team now. Hopefully we can win all of them and become draft champions. You know, that's the whole point of the mode, whatnot. But one more quick look at my team. I mean, to be honest, I was kind of doubting this team because we ended up having to draft 2 quarterbacks, but it's all LT. It was all Drew Brees to Jason Witten pretty much on the offense. Our defense stepped up. That one goal player, TJ McDonald, and we actually had a great first game with this team. So hopefully all of you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to let me know by going ahead and leaving a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And I just wanted to thank you guys so much for all the support recently on the channel. I mean, within the past couple weeks, I mean, it's just been absolutely nuts how well this channel's been doing, and I couldn't thank you guys enough. So I'm looking forward to more Madden videos coming out with you guys. I'm looking forward to the future, so hopefully all of you guys are as well. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.